Okay, how's it going, folks? Okay. Alright, apparently we needed something at the Thieves Guild. Okay, what do we need from this fella? Oh, that's right, we're doing the main quest today. Esbern.
Don't look like much to me.
Sinister, how are you? Sledge of House Hammer. Once again, Mr. Oh, you changed your name today, alright.
Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Be careful. You're not the only one looking for him.
Okay.
Aye.
This way, I
That
guess.
one, right there. Walking out the door. He was one of them asking about...
Wait, he was like reporting me to somebody else? Alright guys, I'm gonna probably try and do really dumb attacks that don't make any sense today. So I have realized recently that I am way behind on video games, particular RPGs. And I feel like I need to kind of have need to be better informed on all the different upgrades to RPGs these days, because I've been basically playing the same formula games for most of the time. I've dipped my toes in a little bit. I played Cyberpunk and Elden Ring when they came out, but other than that, I haven't really touched another RPG outside of Bethesda stuff in a long time. So I put like every RPG that has scored like a 9 or higher in the last, I don't know, 10 years on my wish list on Steam, and I decided I would play them in the order that they came up on sale. And then yesterday or the day before, Final Fantasy VII Remake came up on sale, and I was a huge FF7 fan, and so I was playing the remake, and it is pretty awesome. And now I could feel myself reaching to do certain attacks that I got stuck in a loop doing in that game. I'm gonna need a few minutes here to readjust. What we got down here? Just the one Thalmor. There's Esbern.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, how reassuring. Most likely you're with the Thalmor, and this is just a trick to get me to open the door, huh?
What do you think of Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk is fantastic. That is one of the coolest, like, story-heavy RPGs I've ever played. It's really, really good.
So, Delphine keeps up the fight.
Oh, it's Dave. It's your secondary username. Okay.
Come in and tell me how you found me and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Yes. Book.
This one always.
There's a main quest line Skyrim. Who knew? I know, right? You play it once and then
Only a couple more.
you generally don't need to play it again. It is a good. I will say it's a good tour guide of the rest of the game, because it kind of drags you around so that you get a chance to see all the factions and towns and
There we
such.
are. Come in.
Which is kind of what you want of a main quest in a game like this, right? You want something that to make sure players who are just looking to be on rails get a chance to see everything,
After all these years.
or at least a lot of things.
I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago. Yes, so you said. But so what? The end is upon us. I may as well die here as anywhere else. I'm tired of running. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Aldwin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Aldwin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. What do you mean? Just a moment.
Canuck, is the KC project progressing well? Yeah, it's going really good. We decided to expand it from quite a bit from where it was. Like, it was going to be a small project, and now it has evolved into one of our typical ginormous projects, because that's how we roll. Honestly, part of what allowed it to become one of the big projects is Watchtower was so successful that we were able to like slow down and rethink the project we were working on, and really like embrace the feedback we got from the first round of playtesters. So, you know, we always get playtest feedback that are always like, we want more of X, Y, Z, and sometimes we can do it because we have the time, and other times we can't. Sometimes we're like, all right, well, maybe we'll patch that in later. And in this case, we're like, no, those are really good ideas, and we have the funding we need to keep ourselves going for a while. So let's add some of that before we launch. If you start a new playthrough, everyone gives the option to start level 40 and begin family liberty. Yeah, my run would always be that I'd be so rusty at the gameplay mechanics, and even if I did remember them, they overhauled a lot of the skills and perks and stuff. So this is the curse of big RPGs for me, is if I step away from them for a couple of weeks or more, I feel like the need to start over. I know I'm not alone in that. I've seen videos made where people talk about this same phenomenon of just like, oh, guess I got to start over.
Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
We ready, guys?
Now then. I
Oh
assume
yeah, he wanted my party clothes.
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed. Yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps.
Wait, is there a way to zoom in on this image? No, you don't have a zoom in.
The Reach, during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew.
Thanks, Miko.
Alduin.
Appreciate your commentary.
Part history, part prophecy. His location has been lost for centuries, but I found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
That was, I thought they were going to make me do something that I saw up there on those three pillars, but they're all the same, so. Alright then. Here we go. Well, this chest doesn't look like a trap at all. None of you guys are going to go for the... Fine, I'll go for the chest. ready for the Watchtower DLC when we rescued this family. That he didn't know survived. We did just figure something out, Sweepy. We found out that there was a bunch of compression we could do to Watchtower, and we just put out an update that reduces the size by a lot. So we will definitely be able to squeeze in a little bit more content into Watchtower when we next do a big update.
This whole place appears to be a shrine to Raymond. He ended the Algonquin invasion under strange circumstances.
Whose head is this supposed to be? Did they say that? Somebody spent a lot of hours doing normal maps in to make this. Because like this is before Substance Painter really existed. This was a lot of work for them to do. Like now people would just use ZBrush and Substance Painter, and this would be a walk in the park by comparison to back when Skyrim was made.
Beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the whole. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbol. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky, or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War, or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the
Don't worry,
only
Sledrick taught me
one to
everything.
stop Alduin.
We're good.
Don't forget it. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Elfin? You might learn something of our own history.
I don't think Delphine cares. She does not seem the type. Alright, I don't think we're supposed to go up here yet. I think that's later. Maybe we never go up here. Wait a second. Open Skyrim. Okay. Oh, did I come in from up here? I must have got turned around. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Almost fell to our death.
Sky, guard you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end.
So be it.
Reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einoth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice, but not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way.
All right, Miko, chill. I don't remember what we learn right here. It's the one to clear the winds, right? Clear skies. Yeah.
Cool. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
And then this is where everybody wants the Paarthurnax Dilemma mod, which we will not be using, sadly.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Look!
Very nice.
What?
No, Miko! Good thing we made him immortal. He'll be back. Hey, buddy.
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger.
I gave in to the temptation to prolong our speech. Evenar Balok, there are many hungers it is better to deny than to feed. Drechni Nakib, discipline against the lesser aids in Kachnar, denial of the greater. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin.
Oh, little flame shout. Oh, I wasted the dragon soul. He was going to teach it to me for free. Whoopsie. Use it on him? Alright.
Yes, Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
Can I play... What was this question? Can I play Bard's College with mod packs like Lorem or Nolvis? Yes, in a sense. You would need some patches to get into the vanilla Bard's College cell. So we set up the Bard's College for us. We set up a new cell that's a copy of it. And we have it rigged up so that if you go into the vanilla cell, it will automatically move all of the vanilla NPCs there so that any quests that involve them that you need to do for any of those mod packs will work. Excuse me. There are a lot of patches on our forums. If you go to kinggathcreations.com and you go to the forums, there's a resources section that's open to anybody. You don't have to sign up for an account, and you can download patches for various mods, because Nexus won't let people host patches for VC mods on their servers, so a lot of people have started posting them on our website instead.
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin Komet T.
What do you mean, how did you know I came for it? I asked him for it like 3 times.
Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Thank you, Canuck, for the link.
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin? True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate? And so perhaps your destiny will be fulfilled. Who can say?
I'm glad that Parthenox has the same problems that we had with Volgafsanan. It's just occasionally he just chooses not to move his mouth for some syllables.
Alduin believes that he will prevail with good reason, Rockmul. And he is no fool, ni me. Rinnik Gutnol, far from it. He began as the wisest and most far-seeing of us all. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough, Croesus. Now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
Dragons like mountains, right?
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknuz Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time, not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Dekrent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll, back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll, Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch.
Very quick quest.
There
Hey,
is
Daniel, how
no
are you?
Question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then, fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Oh, found the Time Wound.
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krithwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
I was just taking it like a champion. Just taking some bites. Fire to the face.
Know that sent you down
The desynced animation. That's so funny.
to
I swear that bug was added in later in the
glorious
game.
day, is it
In the
not?
32-bit update or something.
Have you no thought beyond the flooding
Or
of
the
the
64-bit update, rather.
What else is there?
battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Baldur, Sorin, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. If you are right,
No, not me. We'll deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
There's our boy.
Him hind paliv, fu'u hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
No! The game crashed. Dragonrend was too powerful for our PC, and we were left with just an alpaca.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tardi Slav locks my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, die in terror, knowing final fate. To feed my power and comfort in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror.
What's that shout he used?
Skyrim will be free.
Him doing the like triple overhand hack looks like a little kid trying to. Whoa! One down. Looks like a little kid trying to smack a grown up.
Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. Help you out of all our enemies unto the last.
That was a cool effect.
Are banished.
That was super cool.
Work. Did it.
Yes.
Like
The
a
World
sphere
Eater is
absorbed
gone.
him. Wonder how they did that.
Spirits have mercy on our souls.
Oh, hello.
My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals.
Let's see here. Shout and
Vos Dovahkiin.
come on down, buddy. time. Talk to or something? You should be super dead, buddy. Did we get an objective there, or did I just break things? Let him do his speech. Alright, you can talk now. Did we bug him out? Miko came back from the cliffside. I think we broke him. Oh wait, do I gotta start over now? There we go. Ooh, that's a good. Let's check. What happens if I cast Clear Skies right now? I wonder if I was supposed to do that during the battle, like to clear out to counter his fight. That would have been actually kind of cool.
I will outlast you, mortal. Lot Kinggath.
It's quite the angle.
You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Yes, one of his allies could tell us Matmahus, but it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. Yes.
If a player becomes Uber and can one-shot Alduin, he'll always bug. That's pretty funny.
There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri.
You have to point the mod setup to get one-shot that guy.
I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hafkasayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since. Sum Ark Mora.
Alright, there was another... I had gotten objectives to talk to Parthenax, Delphine, and Elburn, but now I can't find... Oh, talk to one or any of the three. Okay, got it. Alright, buddy, wake up.
May the gods watch... I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? Spoken like a true Nord. I'll stand beside you, Dragonborn. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this...
Okay, so I think this is the first time I've ever done this without engaging in the Civil War first. If you engage in the Civil War and like win for one side, does this not happen? Is this different? Or can you not kill? I don't know. How is the Civil War in the base game? Can you end up killing Ulfric or Tullius, or does it? I don't know how that works. It's been too long since I've done the Civil War.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonrend shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the way of the voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do what I can to bring them to terms. Sky, guard you.
I think this right here, this kind of quest, is the type of thing that marks the difference between like the way Bethesda does quests and how a lot of other games would do it. Like a lot of other games would want to be more cinematic, and so have like a prompt like, are you ready to start the meeting or whatever, and then the other two would just get summoned and appear. But like this, you have to go actually talk to them yourself.
Couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on the White One.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
It's tedious with survival mode, yeah.
That.
I can imagine so.
They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
I don't know if I actually have to wait for this,
They
but
have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me? Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best... It's about time they turn their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Okay, Tullius. Need your help.
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss. If you change your mind, speak with the Legate. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. You have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a... Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Okay, I don't think I've ever witnessed this. So that'll be interesting.
So, you've done it. Men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Where's my seat? Here?
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here.
The Blades
Are
camp.
you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse or grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here.
I feel like I should just launch Delphine into that wall.
Very well. You may enter.
Okay, I'll just follow them. Ah, King Arthur's court. Excellent.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
Nobody bothered to sit down.
To this negotiation.
Oh, here they go.
Your chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do. I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Give him the broken Winterhold.
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threaten Ulfric's southern flank.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk with good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always.
I don't feel like I chose anything. It just it said Riften or Winterhold. I don't know what the difference is.
That you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric.
Yeah, that's why I offered them the real city and not the hut. I gave them Riften. Isn't that the... Shouldn't that be more even of an exchange? They made it sound like I sided with Ulfric.
Out with it then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thangvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Okay,
Giving
then.
up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan.
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Them, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
We know him.
I'm afraid that's it. See, I discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
Okay. Odaving. This is where the Parthenex mod would shine. Okay. But it is the end of the night for me, so I'm going to get myself in here so we're ready to go, so remember what we were doing. So guys, thank you for joining me. I will catch you all on Wednesday.